College baseball was in full swing this weekend. Two Big 12 powerhouses duked it out in Austin. Number 12, Texas took down number 11, Texas Tech, 2-1 in the series this weekend. Friday afternoon, the Longhorns battled for a 4-3 victory, starting the series off hot. Zach Zubia looked good at the plate, going 1 for 2 with an RBI, while Ty Madden picked up the win. On Saturday, though, the Red Raiders shut down the Longhorns 3-0. They capitalized on 3 errors that Texas made, while the Longhorns offense couldn't bounce back on Saturday. They did on Sunday. The Longhorns, for the second time, took the win 4-3 after using 7 different arms on the mound. In the end, though, it was Mason Bryant who came out with the win. Welcome back. The second round of high school baseball playoffs continues today. Many game 3s happening earlier this afternoon. Baseball season is also in the middle of spring football season, and the Texas Longhorns have entered their final week of spring practice before their spring game on Saturday night. Yes, Jason Garrett said that this was merely an orientation, but it's nice to know that football season is a-comin'. Here's Marcus Floyd with more on the weekend. For the defensive menace, Derek White, he said that making stops late in the game was really important in today's matchup against the Hawks. But on the offensive, he actually scored 23 points, a pretty big number for Derek White. Still, he says he needs to continue to shoot with more confidence. The Spurs are currently on a 7-game winning streak, and that's the longest active winning streak in the NBA right now. And, well, they have their defense to thank for that success. Marcus Floyd will have more on that later in the show. Right now, let's take a look at one Spur in particular who's been having a huge impact on San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl. Now, last night against the Knicks, Jakob Poeltl had arguably his best game of the season. He had 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a season-high 5 blocks in just 27 minutes on the court. After the game, Coach Pop said the impact that Poeltl has been making cannot be ignored anymore. As you can see, I'm here at the AT&T Center for a really special day. Today is the 11th annual Pucks and Paws game hosted by the San Antonio Rampage. And as you may have already noticed, I have a very special guest reporter here with me today. This is my dog, Mac, and we'll be going around the concourse finding out just what this day is really all about. Guys, on Saturday, I tried something new. I attended the 44th annual Sevens Rugby Tournament hosted by the Lehigh Valley Rugby Club. The president of that club, Dave Young, even told us how we could get involved in the organization more, and he gave me a free rugby lesson.
This is a really big event. It's our biggest event of the year. We're a nonprofit, and this is how we raise our funds to make the club function, paying for field usage, referee fees, getting jerseys and equipment for the players and merchandise, and, just being a club and a team and being able to provide for our players that want to come out and play.
We're looking to put on a free youth clinic on June 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. here at our home field. So ages 6 to 12 can come out, just kind of learn what it's all about and get the name out there a little bit more. We have people that come out with no experience, nothing necessary. Show up with a pair of cleats and you're good to go. We teach you everything from there.
And they really do teach you everything. I learned that firsthand. Dave taught me how to pop pass, spin pass, and of course, I had to learn proper tackling technique.
Come check it out. Rugby is a very inclusive community, and so if you want to come out and check out a practice and even just sit, there have bwill people that have come out, will just watch a practice and then, get involved in some way or another and then kind of ease their way into it,
On the scene for TV2 Sports, I'm Courtney DuPont. Every day when Deer If High School students walk into school, they pass a sign that reads Andre Reed Park. And this weekend, some of those students met the legend behind the sign. Andre Reed returned home to Allentown to help students clean up Andre Reed Park.
These fields really had a big impact on my life as far as being in sports, and for them to name this park after me and get the kids from Deer If here to help out and do some things here at my park, it's a big thing.
It's not how great or how much fame you've given, but have you helped somebody else? And Andre is just a perfect example of doing that unselfishly.
But for Andre, life was not easy. He had a father that battled both an alcohol and gambling addiction, and his parents were of different races, which back in the 1970s made things complicated and confusing for a young boy. His escape from it all was football.
The one thing I've had great people in my corner, people that have really encouraged me to be the best, and that there's going to be another day where you can be better. And that's what I try to tell all these kids out here, that life is a constant struggle. It's not going to be always great for you. You got to be able to deal with the good and the bad, and it's the measure of a person of how they get up from a failure. That happened my whole life.
To know that there are other people there that have gone through that have experienced the adversity, but also have helped others pull themselves up.
Clearly, Deer High School means a lot to John, to Andre, and to the entire Allentown community. Through the hardships and through the adversity, they have held on to their Husky pride. And next year, Andre Reed Park will be getting some upgrades to their baseball field thanks to the Iron Pigs, who support their everlasting devotion to their school.